everybody, thank you very much for tuning in to your monthly reading with me, Lorien. This is going to be for March 2017 and I thank everybody who subscribed so far. I think I've broken the 7,000 barrier now, so thank you so much. And also thank you to those who are new and actually trying me out for the first time, so thank you. Hopefully you will hear some messages that are relevant to you. Now I just want to make everybody aware that this is a general reading, so this will cover the general aspects for your sun, moon and rising sign. But if it is a personal reading you would like with answers to your individual questions, all you have to do is click the link below and it'll take you to a personal reading with myself, and you can choose whichever reading that you would like to have from me. Also, if you're interested in I think I've got some rune readings every new moon and crystal readings every full moon. So if you were interested in those, you can go to the Patreon link below, and from as little as $1 you can see all the exclusive content that I have on there. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so if you don't get the messages you anticipate, it may be the fact that your rising or your sun or your moon, your different elements, because that's your astrological makeup, it may actually be more relevant in the other signs. So just have a look at those. Always comment, always share, always subscribe, always like. I love hearing back from you, and I just want to say a big thank you for taking the time to watch and report back to me, because I really do love hearing about everything that you're doing. So yeah, that's it from me. I don't think there's any further announcements. Very merry spring to us in the Northern Hemisphere. Hope you're handling the oncoming winter okay in the Southern Hemisphere. And let's get to it. Hello Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning into your March reading with me, Lorien. It's a pleasure to do this reading for you. As I said at the beginning, this is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. So if you don't get the messages you quite expect, it could be that they're actually in one of your other star signs that make up your astrological makeup. So this month we are going to be using the Gilded, not Chrysalis, Tarot and the Archangel Oracle deck, but I'm also going to be using some runes. I do rune reading every month on Patreon for the new moon, and I just thought I'd incorporate a little bit of that on the monthly ones as well, just to give you a taste of what I actually do with that. So let's take a look and see what comes through. I actually feel that yours is going to be a little bit different from the readings I've already done, Capricorn. I do get a little bit of a different edge to you. There's a scattered... Whoa, hello. I was just about to say there's a scattered energy, and then everything's scattered everywhere. So that's kind of supporting what I've been feeling. Alright, you seem to want to come out. Who are you? Page of Swords. Let's see how this works. Okay, the same goes. Ooh, nice. Nope. Now again, I will apologise to you as well, Capricorn. This has not been ironed yet. This is actually a cover of an umbrella that I didn't want to throw away when it broke, because I thought it would be a perfect altar cover for spring and the kind of movement up to that, because it's got lovely butterflies and keys and it was gorgeous. So I decided to keep it and cut it off, but I haven't ironed it yet, so it looks a bit bumpy with all the stitching. Have a look. Okay, sorry, they were just... my cards were just saying you're a witch on a budget, and I thought, yes I am a witch on a budget. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's coming through for you, my darling Capricorns. Okay. You have... basically the message that I'm saying is you have a lot to get through. You have a lot of work to do, you have a lot of irons in the fire, you have a lot of possibility within yourself, and for those of you who are spiritually or psychically inclined, you're going to have a hell of a lot more intuitive flashes coming through. I feel like you're less buried in the earth and more raising yourself up. You are dedicated this month. You are incredibly how do I put it, committed to seeing forwards an end goal. Especially those of you who were born in December, the December Capricorns seem to be incredibly fired up. Maybe it's because of your Sagittarius energy, but I do feel as though this is, right, go, yeah, carry on. If you're a sports person, this is incredibly positive. If you are born in January or you're not a complete sports person, I feel that it's still positive, but you may not see as quick results as you would if you're a sports person or athletic. But I do feel if you do any kind of physical activity, even if it's yoga, you are going to start seeing some improvement there. I don't know why this seems to be much more about health as well, and health linked to your spirituality. I think it's kind of like if you know, when you walk or you have a good kind of run and you feel like you've done something and you're exhilarated, there's this kind of feeling, but it's almost from meditation as well. So I feel as though that's going to come half and half there for you. The Page of Swords, to me, is often an indicator of news coming in. There may be slight conflict at work or with somebody, but I think this will be actually resolved as quickly as it comes around. There doesn't seem to be any issues with it. I also feel that if you're waiting for news could come through, but I also think that you may not be 100% happy with how it comes through. You'll deal with it though. You'll be fine with it. It's not going to be too bad. I just think that you're like, oh, really? Okay, so it's just kind of a little bit of a fly in the ointment. It's not too bad. It's kind of like if you want your plans, or you're going to a party and the person you didn't want is going to be there. You know what I mean? It's just silly, trivial kind of stuff. That's it. There's nothing major. There's nothing big about it. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of the month, the High Priestess. This is often, for me, a very clear sign of Pisces, and as we are in the month of Pisces, I think this is basically telling you that your psychic area within this sign is going to be quite a high point. I do feel as though you're going to be coming under a rebirth or something like that. Again, this to me is very physical. This is almost like you feel your health is kind of important to you this month. It feels as though as well that you may be looking at some kind of area, like vocation that you maybe not thought of before. Somebody wants to change their job and you're going to be looking into that. Were you wanting to create additional hours? That seems to be coming in, something additional. I also see that you are supposed to meet somebody who's a very good friend and who's on your level. Seem to be incredibly important here. But there's also a sort of message to say don't worry about those who jump to conclusions, because we have the Judgment card here. You are being called to action, and you are being called to take control of your path and to kind of, how to put it, commit to your path and show everybody what you're made of. But as soon as you do that, you will get critique from people. You will get and kind of whispers over the garden fence and that sort of thing. But I don't think it's going to really bother you. You can be, Capricorn, a very private person. But if you're, for instance, if your complementary sign, or your moon or your ascendant is in Libra or something that's very social, you may be less private than that. But I do feel that if you have a degree of privacy, you won't want the speculation. You won't want this kind of attention. But unfortunately you are going to get it. So I think it's just kind of a deal that you have to make with yourself. Don't read too much into it. Just carry on. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's just one of the things that kind of comes with such a change that you're going through inside and out. So it's kind of like you've made a commitment to yourself, you're changing inside, and actually this is going to morph outwards, and it's a good thing. Three of Pentacles shows that your efforts are going to be actually rewarded and seen and taken notice of. You're getting the hang of it now. You're getting the process of it. You're becoming a master of whatever it is you want to do. And I feel that you are going to be, truth basically was just thrown at me. Truth is going to come from you this month. And it's incredibly important that you stick to that truth and that you commit to the truth with everybody around you, because I think that you may actually feel like somebody isn't being 100% honest with you, and that may cause some friction towards the beginning of the month. But I do feel that you will be seeing a pattern to how things are going for you. As this says, divine order, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So this will basically give you a little bit of a heads up. This is also a symbol of Libra, so I think maybe it could be an issue with the Libra this month, and it could be because of that issue as well. But I do feel that you are on a path that is right for you. The only thing is you may need to take a slight detour now and again, and that's, honest to God, what I feel. You may be trying too hard to do everything at once. You may need to scale back. And if you do get that little bit of disappointing news that is a bit slightly, oh, really? And makes you a bit deflated, don't worry, because this is what's meant to happen. This is what's meant to happen. It's there for a reason. Now let's have a look what the runes are, or the rune for your month. As I've been saying, Freya is my matron goddess, I'm a witch, and she, runes are all about the Norse magic, so. Okay, so what's Capricorn's rune? What is Capricorn's rune for this month? Put that over there, back in its little place. Ah, it was actually that way, but I think it just kind of looks the same wherever you put it. This is Hagalaz, or Hagalaz, or whatever you want to say. This is wrath of nature. This is uncontrolled forces. This is kind of leaves on the line, basically. This is things that are beyond your control that you didn't anticipate, but it's all in this. It's all in the kind of process of it. If you have something that you don't want to happen. It's all in basically the chaos of nature. I do feel that this is something that means roll with it. It's basically this month, I think you do like set patterns and you do find the pattern in it, but there will be some spanners thrown in. Again, the fly in the ointment, you're like, really? Just roll with it. It's meant to be. We've got divine order here. It's just kind of saying that, yeah, it may even actually be something to do with the weather, like a snow day comes in and you find yourself, you're not able to go out for that appointment or whatever, because you're not meant to. Or that job interview, because you're not meant to yet. Not the right time. So it's kind of this all serendipitous feeling that's coming in. The reason that you can't control these forces is because I think they are responding to something else that's bigger than you. So I feel like take your time, bide your time, don't worry too much. And I think you'll be fine, Capricorn. I don't see anything bad here. I do feel that you're maybe pushing the limits a bit too much sometimes, but it certainly seems like you get the energy back, and it certainly feels as though you kind of burst forwards with a lot of creation towards the end. You see the value of your efforts, and I think that really gives you the boost that you need. But let me know how it goes, because of course I always love to know how things go for you. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing, and if you want a personal reading from me, click on the link below and it'll take you to where you can ask the questions and get that organised. And if you want to see more rune readings or the other extra readings that I do on Patreon, all you have to do is click on the link below and see how to get involved. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Again, let me know how it goes. Take care, Capricorn, and I'll speak to you soon.